this is our tail of the tape for this flyweight matchup. 4-2 against 7-2. Both of these women very early in their professional careers.
Absolutely. Young girls got a lot of growth to go, but both of them at this point are very good.
Once again, Michael C. Williams.
Here at WinStar World Casino and Resort, Bellator 224 now presents flyweights once again inside the cage. Set for 3 5-minute rounds. Introducing the blue corner at 5'5", weighing in 125.4 pounds. Her professional record: 7 wins, 2 losses. Fighting out of Plzeň, Greece. Introducing Elina Kallionidou. Across the cage, her adversary out of the red corner at 5'4", weighing in 124.4 pounds. Her professional record: 4 wins, 2 losses. Fighting out of the Campinas, Sao Paulo, Brazil, presenting Bruna Ellen. In charge of the action, referee Carrie Hatley.
Carrie Hatley, our referee for this flyweight fight. Greece's Elina Kallionidou and Brazil's Bruna Ellen.
Ready? Good work.
Here we go. Fight Clock brought to you by Miller Lite. Great taste and only 96 calories. Blue gloves for Elina and red gloves for Bruna Ellen. Black belt in Kung Fu. Coming off a unanimous decision loss against Christina Williams, but had a win back in 2017 against Vita Arteaga, which was an absolutely spectacular performance where Bruna Ellen, John, kept attacking, was constantly moving. It was her first fight on TV, and man, did she put on a show.
She did put on a show against a gritty, tough fighter in Vita Arteaga. It was a split decision. It was a close fight, but man, she had some moments in there where she was using her speed and her power, and she does have both when she throws, because you can see how much she puts into those shots.
Red gloves for Bruna, blue gloves for Elina, who has switched teams since her last fight inside the Bellator cage, which was in April of 2017 in Italy. This is her 3rd Bellator fight. Her first one she took on 5 days' notice in Dublin against Sinead Kavanagh.
And you think about that. Look at the size difference between Sinead Kavanagh and Elina. And she took that fight. You go, what? You know what? I don't care what anyone says. I know she's tough. Nice counter right hand by Bruna Ellen.
Kallionidou's first fight in the U.S. is this one right here, right now. She has finished 5 of her 7 professional wins. And keep an eye on 23-year-old Bruna Ellen. She had never fought here in the States, as they would say, prior to her Bellator debut. Former member of the national Brazilian Kung Fu team. But I watched some video of her hitting pads, and her hand speed, John, is absolutely, as my son would say, or used to say, absolutely beast.
It's remarkable.
Unbelievable.
Watch her hand speed and the way she throws. And it's her commitment to her shots. When she commits, she goes, that leg kick right there. Look at the power that's on it. She's not just, reaching out and touching. She's damaging with those kicks. She just waits on her opponent. She sees her moment and she comes after it. Look at the elbow strikes that she throws inside. She comes inside and throws a beautiful cross elbow that when it lands like a board hitting it.
Very strong mentally, physically. She'll grind with anybody.
Here comes Elina right back at her, though.
Yep. Elina trying to use that left hand to keep her opponent at distance, and there's another one of those Bruna Ellen kicks.
One of the things, look at Bruna Ellen's feet. Look at her footwork. Look at her rear leg. She's up on her toe most of the time on the ball of her foot because that's what she's going to press off and deliver power with. That's why she has so much power, even though she's a small lady.
That's all those years of training Kung Fu. Born and raised in Greece, good lead left for Elina. She's won every fight outside of the Bellator cage. She wants to get her first Bellator victory here tonight. Our bonus coverage. Mike Goldberg, Big John McCarthy, our entire crew, bringing you tons of great fights tonight on the Bellator app now and DAZN.
The big difference we're seeing right now between the two ladies is Bruna is able to land those counters. Elina's going after her and she's throwing shots. They're just missing. Bruna's just moving off center. And then she's countering. Nice shot there by Elina. That one landed. That was a big right hand in return.
The gunner taken down. A well-timed takedown by Bruna Ellen.
Easy, girls. Here's your exchange. That left hand lands. It lands the back of her hand, though. She wasn't able to bring her hand across. Catches the leg, puts her down. It's the inside work also that Bruna Ellen's able to do with those shots. And then she'll bring an elbow up. And when she closes that distance and it's too tight for the punch, she just brings the elbow up to land the elbow. She is doing really, really good work inside and outside.
All right, ladies, here we go. Round two, ready, great job. Let's go.
Round two. Red gloves for Ellen, blue gloves for Kallionidou. Round one to the Brazilian. Not that I'm scoring now.
Oh, you scored it, so we'll go with your score.
All right, 10-9.
Good job.
Thank you.
You're so good at this.
Oh, it's just,
I am very impressed.
thank you very much. That coming from my idol and hero is just, it has made my life.
Both ladies are just, at times, just throwing every bit that they have, throwing heat. Coming right back, I'm loving it.
Absolutely.
Bruna Ellen lands a beautiful shot, and Elina comes right back at her like, oh yeah, well, taste this.
Controlled chaos. Man, Bruna Ellen throws, looking for the knockout. Caught the leg, almost able to get the trip. Good defense by the 20-year-old. 2-fight win streak. Huge fight, huge opportunity for Kallionidou.
One of the things that you'll notice, Bruna Ellen, if you watch her footwork, watch her back leg, like I said, she's putting her up on the ball of her foot, but before she does it, she always bends her toes backwards. Watch that footwork, and that's a tell, that's a sign. And if Elina's able to pick up on it when she starts to do it, she's out of position to move, she's out of position to attack, and it can cause her a problem.
Elina switching stances, and she threw that punch a second ago and missed, but she's going southpaw here, John, and then she steps forward with the left leg and tries to throw and deliver with the left. So she's kind of moving into orthodox from the southpaw to throw, I guess, what turns out to be a
Come
jab.
back with another.
Yeah. Spin and a miss.
I'm really enjoying the speed of both fighters. Bruna is very fast. There's that foot. When you notice that toe, watch her take that toe and bend it backwards just like she just did. That's something she's going to have to pick up on herself and say, okay, I'm doing this. I know why I do it. I do it because I want to flex my toe, get my foot prepared for when I'm kicking. but do I want to show that, and is it something that can end up causing me a problem in this fight if my opponent starts to pick it up and see it?
Well, she certainly isn't landing at the percentage in which she was able to land in the first 5 minutes.
Nice left hand by Elina.
And now Elina is starting to deliver damage.
Oh,
that was nasty.
That was a solid body kick, but she caught it.
Bruna in the past has spent time with Team Nogueira. Her wrestling coach, a multiple-time Brazilian wrestling champion, Edson Robles.
See, this is where I start to watch a young fighter and I start to think about, look at, oh my God, she's actually going to what we call super guard. You don't ever want to do that because that's just locking your opponent there. It works against kids. Wes Sims used to love that move from the Hammer House. He would do this, what we called super guard. It does put pressure on your rib cage. It'll tap usually young kids out, but other than that, you don't want to bring that into an MMA fight.
It helps that he's like 8 foot tall.
It did.
Close guard. 40 seconds on the clock here in round 2.
And again, when you're in close guard, you're locking that guard down and you're holding on to your opponent. You're keeping them on top of you. You're doing nothing. Right now, foot on the hip. That's much better. Open guard. I can attack. I can try to get myself back up. Every time she's going to a lock guard, she's doing it for no other reason than she's trying to just hold on, because Bruna's not trying to pass. She's not trying to do anything as far as getting past the guard. She's trying to do damage with strikes. So why am I going to sit here in a closed guard and just accept that?
What about, well, now Bruna's up, so I'll ask you between rounds, partner. What about that technique, though, to put your opponent in a position where she's unable to do something and the referee stands you up?
If you have an opponent that you break down and they just start doing small shots, then yeah, hold on to it, because they're not trying to posture, and eventually the referee is probably going to stand this up. But if I'm in a position where I have someone come on top of me and I can't get that submission, and I realize, you know, the sweep really isn't there. If I close my guard and my opponent is on top of me, they're gonna stay there. If I open my guard and they're not trying to pass my guard, then why would I ever close my guard again? Let me put a foot on the hip, let me get an elevator sweep in, a butterfly hook, something that's gonna cause this person the position of, they realize, oh, I can get light in my hips, I can get turned, and they are gonna slow down their offense while mine now increases.
And there's a lot of subjectivity to when certain refs would feel like the action's not happening. Do they stand them up here? Then where, how, why? So it's not a perfect science if that's what you're trying to achieve as well.
Yeah, no perfect science, but you've got to figure if you're in the top position and you stall, that's when referees will definitely stand you up.
Yeah.
So if you're on the bottom and you can make that person on top just start to try to hold on to you, guess what the referee's going to do?
Boom.
Hello.
Hello. And they start on the feet like every round. Third and final round. Both women coming out swinging. Round 2.
Round 2, very close round. Good shots by both of them. I probably would lean towards Bruna Ellen in that round, but it's very close. It could have gone the other way with Elina. She's throwing good strikes, and she's coming after her in this round.
Explosive. Bruna Ellen being matched pretty well tonight by the 20-year-old, born and raised in Greece. Watch out for that up kick, right back to her feet.
Here we go again with those double unders. Look at where she has those. The lower that she has them down towards her hips, the more strength she's going to have in being able to bring her hips into a position where she can now take her down, pick her up, whatever she desires.
3.5 remains in the third and final round.
See Elina digging for that underhook, now getting it back towards a 50-50 position. Using that underhook to swing her around. Bruna Ellen saying, nope, not gonna take it, but eventually gets her there.
Bruna trying to do some damage in this clinch position with elbows and knees. She's definitely staying busy.
Biggest mistake Bruna's doing right now is take a look at that head position. She's allowing Elina's head to be over the top of hers, which is going to negate a lot of what you can do in this clinch position.
She ate a knee because of it. Yep. And then you can see clearly, partner, when she was able to posture up and have at least a 50-50 in the head fighting, she landed a strike.
Elina doing a good job of framing that head out and trying to push the head out. That weakens Bruna, and then she tries for the strike.
Kallionidou opened her professional career 5-0. A couple of setbacks and then 2 straight wins to push her record to 7-2. Tonight, as I mentioned, her first fight here in the U.S.
Again, wide. Look what you're doing right here. Going to a super guard. Look where your hands are. There's no submission. There's nothing there. All you're doing is holding your opponent on top of you.
Under 90 seconds remains in this fight.
Nice pass.
Yeah.
Good side control position. We'll see what she does with it. See that hip driving down on the right side. And the one thing that Elina can do is if she gets that arm extended out, she can come up with a backside or inverted triangle. But other than that, her submission game is basically down to nothing.
Great job done by Bruna right now.
Nice job by Elina to get herself at least back to guard, got out of that side control position. She needs to think about, I got to open up in this fight. If I don't open up, that's going to be a 3rd loss in the Bellator cage. Every other win doesn't matter. You need one here. Nice left hand.
Answered with a kick. Bruna wanted another takedown. That one did not happen. Final 10 seconds of the fight. These two brought it to
him out.
Easy up. Good job. Good job, girls. Good job.
No shortage of aggression in that flyweight matchup.
Now that was, look at, you're asking girls to come out here and put on a show. Both of these ladies did exactly that. Going after each other, a lot of strikes, a lot of fast, open techniques going after, trying to finish the fight. Can't ask for anything more. Here's some of the action from that. Nice kick. That was a solid kick, but Bruna did catch it, puts her down on the ground. Heavy left hand. Upstairs kick and nice change of levels to get her in a position to take her down at the end of the 3rd round. I don't care who wins this, and I honestly think that Bruna Ellen's going to get this decision, but I would love to see Elina back in the Bellator cage because she comes to fight, and she definitely has talent.
The official decision is in, and here is Michael C. Williams.
Ladies and gentlemen, for the decision, we'll go to your 3 judges at cage side. Your first, Jaron Villel, scores it 30-27, while judges Sal D'Amato and David Sutherland both scored the same 29-28. All have it for the winner by unanimous decision, Bruna Ellen.
Bruna Ellen earns her third Bellator win. Goes the distance once again, gets her arm raised, and a proud moment for the 23-year-old Brazilian.